We often assume that people live a sedentary lifestyle because they're just lazy. Well, yes, some people are simply lazy. But what if many others have been misled by misinformation about health, exercise, and nutrition? Welcome to the Climb Ravana Show. I'm your host, Alvin. Misinformation, pseudoscience, deceptive marketing, fitness myth, and folklore can all influence how we live. Let's expose the common misinformation and learn how to fight it. So, where does misinformation come from and how does it keep us inactive? There are two major sources: the internet and the beliefs we inherit. The internet has practically no borders. A claim posted in one country can reach millions somewhere else within minutes, whether it's true or completely false. For example, they say that just run for 10 kilometers every day and you lose weight. Sounds convincing, right? But running is only one piece of the puzzle. Your diet, genetics, overall health, and other factors influence whether you actually lose weight. And 10 kilometers every day? That's unrealistic. When the promised results don't happen, frustration can follow and people may quit. Then, there are influencers and brands promoting products that make fitness look expensive. I mean, expensive bikes, expensive shoes, expensive watches, and expensive clothes. I mean, what? You gotta spend a fortune just to go for a walk? That's ridiculous, right? And the worst part is algorithms and AI make things worse by amplifying sensational claims and producing them at enormous scales. Remember, expensive doesn't automatically mean better. But misinformation isn't always online. Cultural beliefs can be just as powerful. Like in the Philippines, there's pasma. And in Bangladesh, for example, many girls believe they shouldn't do physical activity during menstruation. In Western cultures, there's also the persistent belief that swimming after eating is dangerous, despite evidence against it. Medical beliefs can also discourage activity. A classic example is don't exercise if you have high blood pressure. That's misleading. Because the truth is, appropriate physical activity can actually help manage blood pressure. We have so many different sources of misinformation, but all have the same consequences. It's fear, then confusion, unrealistic expectations, then sometimes leads to inactivity. So, how do we fight back? That's what we'll talk about next. So, how do we fight misinformation? Well, surprisingly, the first line of defense is you. Don't believe something just because you saw it online. Don't believe it just because your Google told you so. Don't believe it because it's viral. And don't believe it just because it came from someone you trust. You always gotta stop, check, and verify. Look for actual evidence. Compare the claim with reputable medical and scientific organizations. And be especially skeptical when someone is selling you something or promoting a brand. If a product is being presented as some kind of miracle, like promising extraordinary results with little effort, be very, very careful. Always remember that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. There's a great book about this if you want to do some reading, by the way. The book is Hype, A Doctor's Guide to Medical Myth, Exaggerated Claims, and Bad Advice, and this is by Dr. Nina Shapiro. I bet you'll find this helpful because it only gives you hard facts that's backed up by scientific proof. But anyway, here's the thing. We can't put all the responsibility on individuals. Social media platforms have enormous power over what information reaches us. So, what responsibility should these platforms have, and what role should governments play? That's what we'll look at next. So, if misinformation can cross borders in seconds, what can governments actually do about it? The problem is there's no single government controlling the internet, and every country has different laws. Unlike the 1970s, where a relatively small number of television networks and newspapers controlled mass communication, today almost anyone can become a global publisher. So governments cannot just simply regulate the entire internet. What they can do is cooperate. Countries can establish common standards for platforms, transparency, coordinated disinformation, and dangerous health misinformation. Sounds good, right? But there's a serious problem with this. Who decides what's misinformation? Is it the government? Is it the platforms themselves? Or is it experts? Because fighting misinformation shouldn't become an excuse for censorship. The goal should be simple: protect people from harmful misinformation without taking away their freedom to question, their freedom to think, and their freedom to speak. Misinformation can change how we live, and misinformation can change our future. It can create fear, unrealistic expectations, and confusion, and sometimes it can keep us from being active at all. This means we gotta be more careful about what we believe, what we share, and who we trust. So question the claims, check the evidence, and most importantly, don't let misinformation stop you from moving and living a healthy and active lifestyle. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Please like and share the video if you found this video helpful. Well, that's it for today. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. This has been your host, Alvin, and I'll see you in the next Climb Ravana show. Bye, everyone.